Hello everyone, so in this video I thought I'd take a look at Russia's ongoing Avdiivka offensive now that the dust is settled and we have a better idea of what's happened. These clips playing now show some of the scenes from that region. So yesterday, Russia launched a surprise attack in the region of Avdiivka, attacking from the south with armoured vehicles towards Sieverne and Tonenke, and from the north towards Berdychi. The offensive started with a heavy artillery barrage focusing on defensive fortifications in Avdiivka itself. After the artillery barrage, Russian ground forces launched an attack from the south towards Sieverne and Tonenke. At the same time, Russian airborne forces in helicopters launched an attack from Krasnoyarivka from along the railroad towards Berdychi. The videos you can see of helicopters are all from this region. Now, some of you may have seen this map shared online by Rybar on Twitter. This is Cobblers. So far, there's been no confirmed breakthrough by Russia, and Berdychi is not in Russian hands. However, what seems to be true about this map is the areas of attack. That is accurate. The attacks coming from the north and south in an attempt to quickly encircle Avdiivka. So far, Ukraine reports that the front lines have held, with Russia gaining some ground to the north and south, but not capturing any major settlements yet. But things are certainly tense there. The most concerning thing for me from this region are these videos here showing helicopters flying operations over the area at will. This seems to indicate a severe lack of SAM coverage for Ukraine here, and this seems to be true all across Ukraine. Russian drones are operating much more freely now, even pretty far back behind the lines. Now, we're seeing helicopter operations with no confirmed or reported shootdowns of any of the helicopters that took part in this attack. That says to me that there is a lack of SAM coverage and manpad coverage in this region, and Russia has exploited it. Now, despite Russia's claims of the front lines having broken, that certainly isn't the case. These clips play now, and some of the photos which I'll put on screen, show various burning Russian vehicles during the fighting which were destroyed. Ukraine reports that equipment losses on the Russian side are heavy, but despite the lines holding so far, things are certainly tough. Another issue for Ukraine seems to be a shortage of artillery. This clip here shows Russian forces dismounting from BMPs, with no incoming artillery fire to hit them. One BMP was hit by a stub annihilator, but ideally you'd expect as soon as these troops dismounted that artillery fire would mallet them hard. Since that hasn't been the case, it does seem either that there's a shortage of artillery systems in this area, or this offensive was so big in scale that Ukrainian artillery in the region could only cover so many targets. As this is an active conflict zone, I am holding off doing the geolocations of these clips, lest they give anything possibly away of where Ukrainian defences are strongest, or where there may be gaps and that sort of thing. But these clips and photos featured in the video are all around Avdiivka. So the situation is tough, the fighting is ongoing and is certainly heavy, featuring many armoured vehicles, but it doesn't seem critical yet, and despite Russia's claims of capturing settlements, that hasn't been the case so far, and equipment and troop losses are reported as heavy on their side. However, Ukraine is definitely facing its own issues, with a lack of SAM defences and also a possible artillery shortage. On screen is the map on Deep State so you can see the current territorial control. I'll zoom out now so you can see that this is on the eastern front towards the south in the Donetsk region. Now, before I finish this video, I'm going to play a message from the Ukraine Volunteer Centre about an ongoing fundraiser. Big thanks to everybody who's donated so far. Very much appreciated. Thanks very much, and take care, everybody.
Good afternoon, greetings from the Ukrainian Volunteer Center. Today we are announcing a new fundraising. One Volkswagen Touareg car for paramedics from Donetsk direction. They desperately need a car as all their vehicles were damaged during the last attack on their position. Car price is $10,000 and 1,000 liters of diesel fuel for 3rd separate battalion of Ukrainian volunteer army Volyn, because there is a catastrophic lack of fuel. The fuel at war is like a blood that circulates in the logistics artery. Without it, we won't be able to achieve our goals. Fuel price is $1,500. Recently, soldiers from aerial reconnaissance on the Zaporizhia direction contacted us, and they need a mast for the antenna to fly longer. So even more occupiers, would became died. Mast price is $300. Also, a pharmaceutical company contacted us from abroad, and they are ready to send us 200 first aid kits, and its price $1,200. The overall goal of the fundraising is $10,000 and $4,000. We read your comments. That's why we have decided to make 2 short of glasses sets. And the first one will be sent to the person who will make the biggest donation, and the second we will send to a random person who will make a donation starting from $20. Thank you all of your kind words in the comments. Thank you for your trust, and thank you for your support. Glory to Ukraine.